Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful people, welcome back to another episode in our Assassin's Creed Shadows Let's Play series. When we left off, we had accomplished quite a bit, and I wanted to pick up sort of in a little bit of a different spot than where we were at before. Going through over some of the gear that we have. We did upgrade some pieces to get us up to level 24, which is where we're at, so now we're pretty well-rounded and strong. The things that are really cool is I was able to raid a castle and pick this one up, so enemies are less efficient at detecting sound, and it gives you 10% flat damage reduction. Very nice piece to have. We also have 100% adrenaline chunk upon entering combat, and rations heal 20% more. So I leveled that one up. It was pretty expensive. And then over here we have the Steel Blossom, which I threw a 10% damage engraving on. We were able to unlock the blacksmith, so we're able to put engravings on our gear. And I figured, why not put these ones on? They seem pretty solid. So 10% damages on the weapons, and then 50% chance to refill tools on kill. As far as it goes with the questing side of things, oh, we unlocked something new. Unknown organization in Setsu. Interesting, very interesting. But I did want to go ahead and use some of this time to not only look at perhaps taking out some Shimbafu targets, but being able to just explore some additional quests on the side. So you can see right here, we could probably take out the Noble and the Mourner in this episode. Let's take a look and see where they're at. Whoa, all the way in the top corner of Umi. Really interesting. And then you can see we have some assassination contracts that we could do as well. So I think we're going to take this one that's all the way in the top of Umi. There's also this target right here as well. We'll probably throw a marker on him. Or her. Not sure yet. And where are we? Well, we can at least fast travel to the closest point that we do have, which is Ada Keep. And let's see if we can't make more progress on this final target here. At the time we're recording, there is a huge storm that is about to hit a ton of the eastern U.S. And being in Michigan, we are getting pretty rained out right now. I will say I ran outside quickly to strap the grill cover back on the grill, and just got absolutely soaked, and the wind was throwing us all around everywhere. So if I need to cut the video short, it's because the storm is probably getting a little too bad, and they said that there was potential for tornadoes, and that I gotta just get out of here. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I'd like it not to happen. Tornadoes are a very scary thing. Not sure if any of you guys have ever been in one before, but yeah, not fun. And before it hits, it's really wild because it's true. Everything, at least in my experience, when we were inside of a tornado, everything got really green and very quiet. I mean, it was thunderstorming, pouring rain, the whole 9 yards, and then everything just kind of paused for a second, and you could almost hear a pin drop. And yeah, we're like, okay, that's probably not good. And then everybody's phone lit up and started making all these really crazy noises, and it was like, tornado is going to hit you, get down. Just intense. Not fun. For sure. Okay, so it looks like we gotta cross some of this water here. I'm just gonna swim it out. It's a long journey. I'm gonna get on the horse and we're gonna use the Pathfinder to make our way there as efficiently as possible. I didn't originally see water being in the forecasted path, so to say, when we were trying to get to the location that we needed to. I thought we were gonna walk around it, but this is the fastest, most direct way. We'll take it. Nawe swims pretty fast too. Diga Shipyard, alright. So let's see, where does that put the horse? There's the horse. Ask and you shall receive, huh? I feel like I could run straight for it. So let's just cut through the woods and see how that works out for us. Yeah, okay, here's the big water. Oh, we got a shrine. Make sure to hit this before we go. And then there were a couple of bandits right there. You know what? Those don't look like bandits, though. They look like clan people. Bandits don't really have samurai gear, so we'll leave them alone. The seasons did change, and this is kind of neat now, is because it does snow in this map. And we haven't seen it yet, other than going into the past. So it will be kind of a surprise to see what this all ends up looking like here when we get into the more mountainous regions of Japan. Umi is the most northern tip of the map that we can go, and this contract looks like it has us going in that direction as well. I went through and played around with a couple of the settings that this game has to provide. One of which was the FSR frame generation and the dynamic frame generation. So FSR is really cool because it's AMD's interpretive, frame generation software. It's very optimized and it runs super well. I do not have a card that can run DLSS, otherwise I would do that because I've heard good things about it. But as far as it goes with the dynamic frame generation, it's pretty cool. It'll slow down the frame of anything in the frame rate of distant objects in order to prioritize more main objective objects like yourself, the person, the horse, that kind of thing. And so overall you get a faster picture.
What will I find?
That's a Ronin, we're gonna leave him alone. You get a better, more optimized photo, and you'll notice, like, I was typically running around 30 frames a second. Now we're holding a steady 58 to 60. You know, if we get into some more intense stuff, it might go down a little bit. But it's nice to see that even on an unoptimized card, I should say unoptimized, I'm rocking a 1070 Ti that I've had for what feels like about 8 years now. But the fact that my computer rig, I haven't had to make any adjustments to it in roughly 8 years to be able to play video games is awesome. It's just a testament to what it means to build your own computer. But as time gets, more progressed, I find that you really are kind of getting lucky here, because if these games were running just native all the time without the frame generation, there's no way my card would be able to keep up with it. And it seems like the software aspect of things is getting more advanced as time goes on. So that way the older material hardware seems to hold its own pretty well. I would like to get an upgrade on the card. No doubt about it. This 1070 has just been old faithful, old reliable. And there's some memes I see out there about 1070s where it's like, oh yeah, it's holding its own weight against some of the newer cards. That's cool and all, it really is. But it's just insane to me that the card, usually tech depreciates extremely rapidly, but it seems like lately tech has been holding its own price point, which is a scary thought. The fact that if somebody wanted to buy my graphics card, they'd have to pay close to $700. Which I would assume that you probably could get one for like $400, but maybe even a little bit less because it's such an old card. I just look on eBay, maybe that's where my price point skewed, is I look on eBay and I'm like, dang, that's a lot of money to pay for that card, even the fact that it's this old. Is this having me go towards the objective that I wanted to go? Of course it's not. It's having me run all the way to that. Oh my goodness, guys. I am so sorry. Alright, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna just... I knew we were like somewhere over here. Why the heck was it taking us so south? Fast travel back to this point. I should have double checked that. At least we get to have some good conversation. No? Okay, one try again, this time in the correct direction.
Stay safest to stay hidden.
I'm not exactly sure why it is, but when you're playing at nighttime or in the shadows, your frame rate goes up. Alright, we're not going to swim across the lake this time, because I know our horse is going to be better for us.
Azuchi Castle is impressive. But what did it cost in lives and blood?
There we go. That seems a little bit more reasonable. It's really starting to come down now on the rain front. It's a beautiful map. Horseback riding through the countryside. Definitely something you could get lost in. I was watching a video on some Red Dead gameplay, and it was just somebody had a really nice computer, you know, with a 4090 in it, and was riding a horse just across the map. No commentary. All the way from San Denis to New Mexico. And it was entertaining to watch. I mean, I didn't do the whole thing, right? But I could see why people would enjoy it. Trying to relax and breathe. See yourself in a different place, somewhere a little bit better than where we're all at right now, you know? Japan was beautiful. It's interesting, it wants me to go that way, but the run marker has me going this way. This is where I deviate from the path. Oh, look at that. Using the Pathfinder is helpful to a degree. Let's say that much. I don't think it's going to be the fastest waypoint.
Easy.
Ooh. Shoot. There we go. What? Does that not look like one of the things you can climb? There we go. Very nice.
I was
Oh no, you need to
expecting
play as Yasuke.
I will
Okay.
make sure he knows.
So let's go and grab this waypoint then. Once we have it, we can fast travel here. Oh. Really? No way. Okay. Take this way around. This portion of the castle has definitely seen better days. It is still beautiful how it's out here in the middle of nowhere.
Best if I remain unseen.
Ah, this is a hostile environment.
ends now.
Dang, we just one-shot that guy. Okay, here we are. I feel like that's got to be the thumbnail of the video. That is beautiful in the wintertime. Absolutely remarkable. And now we have a waypoint up here in the north. There's also a target even more north. Alright, Yasuke, how do you do with jumps?
I must remain vigilant. Now it will never let me hear the end of this.
I love how he can't quite do them, you know? He's definitely samurai more than assassin, that's for sure. Oh my goodness, that's gotta be freezing. Okay, we officially made it to our objective here. As the character we need to be. I think this purple gold armor in Yasuke is super slick. Let's see what the man has to say.
I'm over here, sir. Welcome, sir. Are you ready to meet Lady Oichi?
Yes, I am ready. I remember you from Azuchi Castle.
Merely her ladyship's humble bodyguard.
Loyalty is rare in these troubled times.
Yasuke, thank you for coming. Your etiquette remains excellent.
What was this place?
my home. I try to keep the garden going. In his memory.
Lovely. If not a little melancholy.
I'm private. Your daimyo died.
The traitor Mitsuhide would not let me die defending my lord. Said an outlander like me could not die with honor.
Were you ready to die for my brother? Some say you've become a ronin, a masterless samurai.
Where I come from, no one wants a master.
Others say you fight with the Ikko-Ikki, the peasant rebels. Does the name Shinbakufu mean anything to you?
The true shogunate? A faction supporting the Ashikaga against the Oda Alliance.
They are that and more. A network of criminals here in Omi. This is why I summoned you. I would stop the Shinbakufu if I could, but I am only a widow. My notes on their presence here in Omi. Extorting farmers and plotting to destroy the Teppo factory.
We will put this to good use. This was your home.
Years ago. Better days. Tell me, how did my brother die?
With his sword drawn and a poem on his lips. The flames brought him no pain. His last words were, "Is there anything at all?"
That once given life won't perish? From his favorite no play, Atsumori. One more thing you must do for me, if you will.
Anything, Lady Oichi.
Meet me at Isakiji Temple.
A temple?
Yes. We must continue the samurai education my brother started. We owe you that much.
It has to be tough on her knowing that her brother died.
Anything for you, oh perfect,
What?
oh beautiful Lady Oichi.
Oh,
You eavesdrop on me now?
It is the scorpion's nature to stink. Show me those envelopes she gave you.
Corrupt tax collectors skimming for the Shinbakufu, and a plot to sabotage Nagahama.
And their leader, called the Wheel, wears a mask of streaming tears.
We will find him. Shall we get started?
absolutely. I'm gonna start as
Time to
Naoi.
get started.
I will send word if I find something.
Naoi. I don't know if I'll ever get the pronunciations of the name completely correct because I say them as they're spelt, right? Yeah. Could be my downfall. Oh my goodness. First clue of the Teppo factory. That's a Yasuke quest. Alright, let's go to objectives here and just check all these. So we'll go to the factory. I think we can do that one. And the price of rice. I love the ability to roll. Call in the horse. Try it again. Ooh, a shrine. Hey, it's Yasuke's horse. Interesting. Oh, 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 oh. Easy. Oh, it might be in this castle. Or port, I should say. It's a really pretty town, though.
So we are better off guarding a temple factory. Pardon me, but do you sell temple? Do I look like
Okay, this is gonna be an area we're not wanted. So let's stay high up. Let's get out of sight. Yes, we found a letter.
Brutal but efficient. And the
Convoy
temples made
master,
here
the
provided
armies.
that brutal efficiency. Destroying it is not a bad idea, but an explosion that big would kill half the town. The
Okay.
Shinbaku are sneaking gunpowder into town from across the lake. Better head to shore.
Got it. The armies of Nobunaga would be nothing without the gunsmiths of Nagahama. We must not let such a valuable resource fall into enemy hands. Deliver the shipment and place it in the basement. Use the Hirokubia bomb to ignite the cache and destroy the factory. Okay. Holy crap, the factory's a boat? It's sick. Yo, guys, check this out. This is wild. Looks like there's a way we can get on board right over here.
The right ship. Now to find the gunpowder stash.
It's interesting. There's one gold piece of loot. I almost feel like we have to get
I've never
it.
seen a ship like this. Like a floating castle.
It is a floating castle. It's insane. I wonder if you have to go in through the inside. I feel like they would make it that way.
single blow?
Oh, no, you don't.
We will destroy the most important temple.
This will do to start the chain reaction.
Keep calm. Stay quiet. They do not know we're here yet.
They made no effort to hide their smuggled gunpowder. That should be it. The end of the gunpowder
Oh.
shipment.
We
Time
gotta
to
get out
jump
of here.
ship.
Let me jump. Is this Temple Factory about to go up? Oh. It didn't go down.
That was fun.
Oh, it will burn though. Flame like that. Look at this guy sleeping on the job.
I am ready for you.
If you guys can see just how powerful this katana is now that I've got it leveled up at the same level we are. Oh! That guy just rammed right into that bridge. Knocked the dude off into the water, and now he's running over him. Nothing to see here, folks. That is funny. There's a castle up here, though, which yeah, I think could be interesting. We'll do that in the off-screen. Yeah. We are pretty efficient at castles, though. I will say I have gotten better playing this game, no doubt. What if we gave it just a little go? It'd be fun. I think I want to roll up on it right here at this ladder. Could you imagine having to build something like this? It'd be remarkable. I look at all these buildings all the time and I go, man, imagine being the person who built that. It'd be insane. Okay, so for this castle, I'm assuming we're probably going to have a couple of samurai here. There's one. And there might be a looming samurai somewhere out in the distance. We'll hop in here and see if we can't sneak our way in. Nice. Collect our painting. I am surprised that gentleman didn't hear anything. Very nice. And like I said, that gear piece that we have on makes our steps really quiet. It has proven very useful. The noise suppression is remarkable. There we go. Okay. Ooh. You didn't see anything. Door locked. Who might have the key? Ah, that we need to get. Let's go for the viewpoint. What is this? This has got to be the chest, right? Yeah, there's still some samurai out there. Oh, but there's another chest on top of that. Interesting. This castle extends far beyond what I thought it would just be. How many samurai are in this castle, you know? Alright, let's take a look at the map here. Scope it out. So there are 4. Holy smokes, it's quite a few. Ah, and it looks like the castle does extend beyond the waters, so that makes a lot more sense. We probably killed the one closest to the castle. Which is okay. We just gotta keep moving. There's the castle key. Lucky find.
Probably just being paranoid.
There we go. Gotta go for the daimyo. Very nice.
Back to business.
There's another.
Why am I always... I will cut you to pieces.
Hunting for that last samurai. I don't know if that's not part of the castle anymore. Kind of appears to be, does it not?
Lost contact.
Door is barred from the other side. Oh, interesting. These look like stockpiles.
Who's there? Let's see what...
This katana hits so hard. Katana is the way to go. Aha! There you are. Okay.
I'm probably just being paranoid.
This archer's gonna blow our cover. Talk about a sick area for a samurai to be. He's got his own little meditation island. Man, we just took that engagement straight up. Nice try. Sweet deal, which means we can fast travel to the top of that. I lied, we don't have the ability to fast travel. Women it is. Oftentimes the most direct route is the easiest route. This will get us up there. No, I didn't quite quite want to go inside, but oh well. Ooh. That's a big hombre right there. Very nice, very nice. Let's take a look and see. Uh-oh. Did I make somebody upset that was upstairs? Yes, I did. Don't mind me. Oh, don't mind me either.
This won't take long.
Alright, the battle exists up here. Come on, boys. Try me.
You died today.
Now over our heads. You'll regret challenging me.
Excuse me? What is going on? You know what?
Your
Forget
path
it.
ends now.
There we go. Okay. Alright. That castle is secure. Let's take a look at the chess piece we just unlocked. Dead bodies release a poison cloud when investigated. That's pretty interesting. Poison buildup. It's probably not going to be something we're going to wear. I don't think so. Now let's look back at this mission here. We have a regular quest we want to be able to take on. Let's see. Meet with Kuma. Kuma is down south, dramatically more south, so we're gonna quickly fast travel, probably to this location. Let me get back on the waypoint. Excellent. That's gonna be the fastest route. For sure. Stick around too if you guys enjoy new content. I've got the Call of Duty new map, Shattered Veil, comes out today, as well as Double Tap after, what, 10 years is what they're saying? Long awaited after 10 years. It comes out at, I believe, 9 a.m. EDT, which is like 12 p.m. our time, Eastern Standard here. Somewhere like that. So when it does come out, we'll be ready to play. There we go. This is gonna be our way to get across. Call in the horse on the straights. Apparently the weather's supposed to get tricky like this weekend. And I'm moving more stuff. Doing a U-Haul every weekend until we get it all. This might be the last U-Haul for a long time because I would really like to start shipping stuff over in my car. It's too expensive.
The poor must plant rice so that the rich
Speaking
may
of
receive.
paying taxes,
It has always been so. But the Emperor,
The Emperor is powerless. The Shogun is weak. And now the great fool of Owari has danced his last.
I just wanted to hear that out.
welcome to Hachiman, known for its bustling market and lovely canals.
Don't shout. We must be discreet.
Oh, my apologies. You are one of Yasuke's followers, yes?
I'm Yasuke, let's get to work.
We are allies. Partners.
Partners? Business partners?
No more jokes. We are here to work.
Come. I will show you what is amiss in Omi. What they do is send out a second daikon who claims the first was an impostor.
Typical tricks.
The daikon is too well guarded for the peasants to resist.
And the daimyos do nothing, of course. Not their problem.
Lord Hideyoshi holds northern Omi. He seems fair, but he's always away at war.
And the stewards at Azuchi and Nagahama are bribed to look the other way.
Are these corrupt daikon led by someone named the Wheel?
I don't know that name. I am Lady Oichi's bodyguard, not a spy master.
Thank you, Kuma. I'll see what I can do and find you when I'm done.
Seems like we need to liberate this city here.
Who's that drunken oaf snorting in my rice field?
One of the Daikon's samurai. He drank too much sake and was left behind.
Well, stay quiet. Don't wake him up or we'll have to pay more taxes.
You said a samurai is sleeping in your fields?
Yes, one of the Daikon's men, sleeping off his sake.
I'll take care of him. He might lead me to the daikon.
Kill the drunken samurai. The question will be, is he acting drunk or is he actually drunk?
Don't make all that noise in my ears.
Yep. I'm just gonna assassinate him. He could have gave us a whole lore and everything, but nope. He's down.
Did you find him?
That rice field ruffian is dead.
Thank you for leading us of that drunken beast. But the root of the problem is his boss. The corrupt Daikon is in Azuchi.
Really?
Daikon lives on a canal in Azuchi. Time to pay him
That's
a
a
visit.
bit of a ways away, no? Yeah. Ooh, we will pick up this fast travel point. We always grab them. And then I am just gonna, it's probably like a perfect triangle. No, we'll fast travel to this point. Much quicker. Much quicker. It pays to scout, that's for sure. I like these main story missions. They are kind of clever. They're very silly and fun, and the story in this game is very good. So we have a mansion here. Wow, a ton of loot all around here. I would be keen on doing the loot stuff, but I don't know if it's worth it right now. We can actually probably just cruise through here. Our katana hits so flippin' hard. Let's grab it. Oh! I did not know that was a thing. We are under the mansion. There we go, he's down.
While the peasants starve. Spoiled bastards.
You know, I'm gonna actually kind of clean house on this place just because I want all the goodies.
No one to save. I'll slit your throat.
return to Kuma.
Now it's getting a little stronger. Just a little bit.
That's the end of the Daikon of Omi. Let's see where he hides his secrets. A list of 3 names. Suspicious.
There we go. Excellent work. I'm sure, you know, there's a lot more. Well, there is some warehouses we could probably snag. Door is locked, and we don't have the key yet. Surprising. Maybe it's in here. Nope. Keep checking. Forest moth, not bad. That looks like a lootable underneath this balcony here. Let's try it. No key on that one either. Interesting. Wonder where this key might be. It has to be on a guard, right? I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. This is a little out of the way. No key there. Oh, what about that? Those are rations. Huh. Curious. Very curious. That was kind of like the freest chest we have, and I don't think I forgot to loot anybody. I'm just curious to know if maybe there's somebody I haven't looted yet, because it does usually outline that key. Oh well. One mission away from fighting our target. This is getting exciting. I think we'll do it with Yasuke, but I would love to do it with Naue if I could. Just because I'm starting to like her combat abilities, her move style, her potential.
Over here. We heard what you did for the farmers. Omi thanks you, and Lady Oichi thanks you.
I didn't do it for Lady Oichi.
No, of course not. You are from Iga. I can tell by your charming hill country accent.
And you're from Omi. I can tell by the faint whiff of baked frog. You seem like a good man, Kuma.
Thank you. I try.
So how can you work for that woman, lording it over the peasants?
I merely protect Lady Oichi and her daughters. Besides, it's safer than whatever you and your friends are doing.
That's my concern. Take care, Kuma.
Oh, there's one more thing. A list of more corrupt daikon working for the Shinbakufu.
Thank you.
Nice.
We'll put this to good use.
Until next time, friend.
That's huge. If he has a list. Yeah, look at that. Okay, alright. That gives us some potential stuff to do in the future there. Go back to our objectives here on the main thing that we're trying to pursue. We have a meeting with Yasuke. It looks to be at the tip of this peak. That's a tricky run. I wish we had something in this area, but we don't. So I think our best bet is to go low. Fast travel is Yasuke. Work our way around the lake. Man, the colors on our new bow are so pronounced. Get our horse, turn on pathfinding immediately. There we go. This will take us there. Doing quite well on the leveling front. Maybe we could take a look at speccing some of our points. Wow, we have 14. Holy smokes. Alright, let's start with the katana. So this is adrenaline gain. I'm not really keen on doing anything with adrenaline gain. Just because I don't think it's a necessity. With samurai, though, we could increase... So this is an ability, we don't need that. Bull Rush now has full effect on large enemies. That's not bad. And then ability cooldown is faster. I like that. I'd be keen on going into that. Alright, so that leaves us with 5 points left. We have the 12% increase in health. And then with bow, we have our 2 abilities already. Marksman shot has now 100% piercing. That's not bad. And silent arrows remove additional segments of health. Let's do these 2. Just like that. We haven't used our bow quite yet. But I am excited to do so. I think it'll be a really good piece of gear if it is able to shoot down the bells. You know, that was kind of the benefit of the Teppo, was that we were able to take out the reinforcement calling bells. And I haven't had the opportunity yet to try it with the bow. I'm assuming you probably would be able to, right? I mean, you have 2 melee weapons, 2 ranged weapons. It's just best to have 1 melee, 1 range. But I like Yasuke. I just think we need to do some upgrading on his character. We haven't gotten a legendary weapon yet, but the thing is, he's so good at what he does that you don't really need to be fully maxed out on the gear front for him to be successful. With Naue, though, she's finally getting to a point where her gear is strong, and the damage values we do are keeping up with us. But I'm not sure if we increase our level and we go up to like level 28, for example, and those engagements are weapons that we had that were amazing gonna just completely drop off the face of the map. That would be a little unfortunate. As far as stats go, I was thinking initially that they're pretty linear, but some of the damage value growths that I see when we buff up 1 more level, it is getting to be a greater window. And by that I mean, like, when I was level 20, upgrading my sword to 21 was like a, I don't know, 10 damage increase. Now it seems like that increase is going up to like 15. So a little bit of an exponential gain for just 1 level. We need to go up here. Oh, I see. Okay, that thing that was bright red like that is our arrow holder. It's a pretty sharp arrow holder. It's very ornate. Ooh, and I think we have an additional Kujakiri as well. Oh, did I see that? Oh, it's up top. We'll have to come back here with Naue so we can climb all this. Oh! You could just bash through the fence. I am so sorry.
Greetings, sir. Please go right ahead and speak to Lady Oichi. She is waiting.
Greetings, Lady Oichi.
Yasuke! Are you ready for our boat trip?
Oh, I say so.
Definitely. I am ready to continue my samurai education, as you put it.
Wonderful. Follow me. We will row from Isakiji Temple to Shirahige Shrine. The lake itself is sacred. Crossing it will help us approach Shirahige in a respectful manner.
Okay. Getting mad trap vibes here. Hopefully that this isn't our killer. She seems like
Do
she's
you
been
have
nice to
lakes
us the
as
whole time.
large as this in your country?
Yes. And they swell with the seasonal rains.
Lake Biwa is beautiful. Though I was born in Owari, I have fallen in love with its enchanting views.
They say its waters teem with monsters and water dragons.
Do not mock. The Omukade, a giant centipede, loves to eat heroes. Long ago, there was a brave hero nicknamed Bag of Rice. This is how he got that name. Fujiwara no Hidesato was a courtier of noble rank who lived hundreds of years ago. One day, he crossed the Seta Bridge near Otsu, one of the famous views of Omi province, of course.
I have seen it myself.
As he crossed, he saw a dragon in the water. He spun around only to meet a strange figure on the bridge. The stranger had crimson hair and wore a sea green robe. On his head was a dragon-shaped crown. The figure said, "I am the Dragon King who lives in the palace at the bottom of Lake Biwa."
Scary.
Yes, the figure was fearsome. But Hidesato stood his ground. Politely, he answered, "Greetings, my lord." "Good," said the Dragon King. "You are not afraid. Everyone else runs away. Can you do a brave deed?" Hidesato was pleased. "Yes, my lord," he said. "Command me." And so, the Dragon King told Hidesato about the giant centipede Omukade from Mount Mikami. Every month, the monster ate one of the Dragon King's children. Soon, there would be none left.
Unacceptable.
Hidesato promised to slay the monster. So the Dragon King invited him to his palace beneath Lake Biwa. For days he feasted, enjoying splendid lake fish. Then, one misty morning, the Omukade came. The monstrous centipede was as long as a mountain. Its hide was tough as stone. The fangs dripped poison.
A formidable beast.
Brave Hidesato fired an arrow at it, but it bounced away. He fired another, but it also failed. The monster charged. Here is Shirahige. Please, follow the Miko's direction for ritual purification.
Of course.
I must attend to personal matters. And then we'll await you at the inner shrine.
Excellent.
I must show respect to the kami who dwell here.
How fares the shrine? I do worry.
Why do you worry, Lady Hoichi?
With my brother's death, the Oda clan splits into
That is as clean as I get.
war may return to Omi.
It may, but what of it? Our lives are more brief than the morning dew.
Gentle guest, may I present you with a gofu?
Yes, please.
Here. May the great apparent Kami of Shirahige bless your journeys.
A tutelary amulet. Thank you. I will need it.
Bright and virtuous is the Kami of Shirahige.
Wow. Excuse me? Holy crap. That's awesome. I still can't get rid of this one though. 1% health per mastery point in Samurai is just major, but that one is really interesting. Definitely gonna hold on to it. Can't believe the guy's just dropping gear like that. You can see we desperately need to upgrade our gear here. Ooh. Big fan of the ship captain armor. I think that looks very sharp. And then we don't have anything of significance in that slot just yet.
Display charity. The generous hand earns the blessing of Shirahige. Greetings, sir. Please show a generous heart and donate to our humble shrine.
We'll donate.
Gladly.
The spirit of mountain, lake, and heaven protect you.
Okay, alright, back to Lady Oichi. I don't know what we donated there.
I hold many fond memories of my time at Azuchi, Lady Oichi. I am grateful for my training and all that I experienced there. The Taira, for example.
Did you enjoy that? Atsumori was a young Taira warrior killed in the Genpei Wars 500 years ago. In the play, they have only that one night left. In the morning, they know they will die.
There is always hope.
There is always dew on the grass, and always it fades. And here we are.
Thank you for letting me honor your brother's memory here. I owe him much.
As children, I was his favorite sister. But he was a difficult and dangerous man. He married me off to a rival, Azai Nagamasa. That was expected. It was my duty.
Odani Castle. That was your husband's home?
Yes. He was brave, kind, loyal. Everything a daimyo should be. 3 daughters, 4 years of bliss. Then husband and elder brother went to war. Elder brother won. For who could resist the demon of Owari? They burned Odani Castle to the ground, killed my husband, slaughtered the entire clan.
That's sick.
He made my husband's skull an ornament for a feast.
I have found Japan to be full of dangerous and difficult men.
My brother's wakizashi.
It fell into my hands after the Honnoji incident.
I remember that blade.
Blades are for vengeance. But vengeance and mercy cannot stand together. Sometimes, we make hard choices. If you knew your castle would fall tomorrow, how would you live your last night?
Oh man. Alright, I would be honest with you guys. I like this one. This one's probably the truth. I'm curious to know where this one goes. This woman is beaten to a core, and I'm interested.
I would spend it with you.
Oh, Yasuke. Yes. No. No, it can never be. I must go. Farewell, Yasuke.
Thank you, Lady Oishi.
About the leader of the Shinbakufu, I can tell you only this. People say that he is among the highest in the land. Be careful.
Understood.
I have done what I must. Now to meet with our league at Chiyozu.
Let's do it. That is a very north. Oh my goodness. Ooh, and we get a nice katana. I think it's the one she showed us, perhaps. We need that. We definitely need that. I've been longing for a legendary katana for this guy. This could be huge for us, guys, if it has a solid trait to it. And we can engrave it with 10% more damage as well. I tell you what though, those cutscenes, I try not to talk too much in between them because sometimes, especially with the meditation portion of it, there's a peaceful feeling that the imagery invokes, and I myself find myself getting lost in it because it's truly beautiful. And if you've ever had the chance to see something like that, even in real life, you know to appreciate the moment. Because they're rare. This is one of those games where I tell myself when I get a better computer, I will come back and replay it. Same thing with Ghost of Tsushima. Just stunning maps. Those look like some bandits. I want to hit them just for a second. Boom. There's no stopping Yasuke. Not even a little bit. Just testing. Curious to know if you could draw your bow on horseback, and you absolutely can.
Now is Kunai. She must be... We still do not have a name for whoever's behind the mask.
No, but they are gathering at an inn right here in Shiotsu. I'll look for it.
And I will search the harbor for their ship, a luxury barge.
I think we're gonna want to play as Naue.
All right, I'm off.
I will meet you later.
Got to find the inn where these corrupt tax collectors are staying. Should be right here in Shiotsu.
I'm gonna get this vantage point real quick, so that way not only one do I have an area to come back to, but I want to scout. Very nice. Okay. Make it happen, folks.
Hey, big sister!
I have to stay low.
This gathering distresses me. What is your concern, my friend? Will played us for fools. We have gathered here loyally, yet she moved immediately. Our friend in the other room What's wrong with this inn? So much. Nobody can drink it all of it. I'll never make it to Chikubushima on time.
The Shinbaku of Northern Omi are gathering for a ceremony. I need to find Yasuke.
I think that was the proper way to go about that. Real quiet. No one's the wiser. Seems like there's a lot of Ronin in this neighborhood. Not exactly sure where we're at. Oh, there we go. Back where we came from.
From what I have learned, the Shinbaku are gathering on Chikubushima.
Yes, tonight at Hogonji Temple, by command of their leader.
That may be the last command the wheel ever gives.
One of us should go straight for the temple.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
Time to go.
Good.
Okay, now I think I want to play as Yasuke because they're gonna get that samurai sword as a result, the katana.
Time to confront the wheel.
And if
I'll
we're going
sweep
in
the
head on,
shoreline.
nobody's better at it than Yasuke. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's make it happen. There we go. Good there. One more gentleman with a Teppo. He is down.
More stairs. I better hurry now before sunrise.
That guy had blue on him. I'm not exactly sure why. Oh. Nice. That was one of our contract kills. Didn't even know about it till we did it. Poison will take care of him. Excuse me? Boom. Down. Okay. I would get that, but I don't know if we can actually climb that. A little unfortunate. Should be able to view that though. Yeah. Okay. Stop the observation point.
Now we could reach the top of that pagoda if she wanted a challenge.
There we go. Tell us like it is, Yasuke. Tell us like it is. In we go.
No longer seize wealth from the poor of Omi. We have taken enough.
Hey!
I knew it. I knew it.
I knew it.
Were you surprised, Yasuke? Come, sit.
You. But why?
Sir, please, respect the parsonage of Lady Oichi and be seated.
You're gonna have to die too, buddy.
Lady Oichi, explain yourself.
I wanted only to help the people of Omi.
By stealing from them?
A poor harvest. The people were starving. I borrowed from a moneylender. The Daikon of Omi.
The people ate, but Lady Oichi's debts grew and grew.
One day, the moneylender invited me to a group. He said we could help the province.
That was not wise.
By the time I discovered my mistake, it was too late.
These are lies. Obvious lies.
Why should I lie? Why should I live? Nagamasa is dead. Nobunaga is dead. Everyone is dead.
Please, sir. She did not know the evil this group would do.
Don't I get a say?
You do. But Naoe, she was kind to me at Azuchi. Her brother made me a samurai. I owe her.
Blood must be paid in blood, Yasuke. Lady Oichi must die.
Oh. Gosh, this is tough. I think if she was ever a part of that group and she was standing there when the father died, which I know that mask was, she's got to go.
It's always like this. The poor pay for the crimes of the rich.
Naoe, let me.
Benzaiten, the Buddhist goddess of wealth, wisdom, and love. I have shown little wisdom, Yasuke. Kuma, at least, will live.
Why did you not tell me?
I did not know how you would react. I also feared your partner's wrath.
Her wrath is justified. Your group has done terrible things. Tell me what you know about the Shimbakufu.
I know little, but I can tell you that Lord Mitsuhide knows all. Seek him.
We shall. What will you do now?
First, I will give you my brother's swords. Take them. Wield them well. Second, I shall meditate upon my misdeeds and possible remedies. Farewell, Yasuke.
I still don't know about it. Clearly the game is telling us we made the wrong choice, but I don't know. I don't know.
You are angry at me?
Should I be?
Yes, you should be. I tried to kill the perfect, beautiful Lady Oichi.
It is the scorpion's nature to sting.
That was a perfect joke.
Lady Oichi likes you, and you like her. I can tell. It will never work. She's a daimyo's daughter, and you're just a samurai.
How do you know I was not a prince among my people?
Were you?
Yeah.
Someday I will tell that story. But today is not that day.
Oh, interesting. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, let's go ahead and equip Yasuke with the tools that we just unlocked. Let's see the samurai sword. Wow. Look at the damage change. Insane. Definitely getting equipped. What does it say? Combo enders and are postured and make enemies vulnerable. That's awesome. And we can engrave that as well. So here is the thought process, right? I'm not a big fan of the Teppo. I love the bow combo. I think it's great. I think there's some engraving that we can do on Yasuke's gear to kind of bring him up to level now. Oh, interesting. So we've unlocked a couple of more things, but I don't want to pursue any of that right now. What I want to do is head back as Yasuke to our main area, and we're going to improve upon his gear. Now that we have that sword, we're in a really strong spot. But I think there's some improvements that can be done. And if it's not too expensive... Oh, there we go. Oh, crashing. Equip legendary gear in all slots.
What do you need?
Okay. We're going to take a look at some of this stuff, and I'm going to first dismantle. I want to get rid of anything that isn't worth it to us to clean up our inventory. Excellent. Same thing with the gear. This is nice. It's very strong. However, this is not going to be used anytime soon. I'm going to keep this helmet. We ended up killing somebody and getting a Guardian helmet at level 40, which is vastly higher than what we were at the time of the killing. But it has adrenaline gain in gold, which I've never seen before. So maybe that's something that's like top tier. Like that's the perfect stat. I'm not sure. We'll see what gear looks like at the highest levels in the game. Teppos, I'm not going to be using them. We've decided against it for right now. Unless we get a legendary Teppo, you won't be seeing me use one for a little while here. Bows will... Everything is salvage at this point. I want to save as much as I can when it comes to resources for upgrading, because I find that money is something you can get in this game quite a bit. You know, like you don't really have to fight for it too hard. But the resources, unless you go on a run where you're hitting high wealth locations and just fast traveling between cities, resources are a little bit more tricky to get. So let's go ahead and take a look at our gear here. You can see, oh, we have this sword right here, which I wasn't able to dismantle for some reason. Odd. I wonder if it's because I have it engraved.
Hurry back.
Let me take a look at that. Oh, you have to keep, it looks like one of each type that's non-legendary or not your only. I'm not exactly sure why, but I get it. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What have you got for me?
Okay. So let's go over to upgrades. So if we look at these, we already have a max level katana, so we don't need to upgrade that. We don't use the naginata. We can do the bow, which would cost 300. A little expensive there, probably not worth it. Let's take a look at what it would cost to upgrade this piece of gear. $300, not bad. Adrenaline gain or critical damage. We're gonna do this one. 8.9 on the health scale is awesome, and we've got plenty of fabric to be able to do that upgrade. So that is good for me. And then as far as the armor goes, this is gonna be one we need to spend a lot to upgrade. 400 of the fabric. We'll do it. And then I want to take a look at the helmet as well. Another 400 fabric, but that's sending us from... What is it at right now? It's roughly 600. Gosh, it seems like a lot for not a lot. I'm going to hold off on that one. Let's go over to upgrades, and we're going to do some engravings. We'll throw an engraving on our sword here. We have a couple of different ones. 40% armor pierce on consecutive kills, armor damage, damage at night, adrenaline gain, armor piercing, all these things, hitting multiple enemies, affliction. I think the best is just going to be flat damage. I really do. Same thing with the bow. Let's see what they've got for this. Adrenaline gain is not bad. Arrow knock speed is pretty solid. Bow draw speed is pretty solid. And then damage again. I think knock speed is going to be something I go for. If I'm going to be able to fire arrows, I want to be able to re-rack around really quickly. For the helmet here, let's see what we have. Ration healing, I like doing that one on the helmet. And then for the armor, I like the damage mitigation. I think it's down here somewhere. Damage reduction. That one's absolutely getting bought. And then for this one, I believe there was something about tools. 16% damage on next hit after a dodge is not bad. This is tricky. I don't hit multiple enemies. Armor pierce isn't bad. Armor pierce with consecutive enemy kills isn't bad. Damage on the next hit after a headshot. You know what? Adrenaline gain might not be a bad one. I like the flat adrenaline gain. I think this is going to be a pretty powerful loadout.
Thank you.
So now just taking a look at our gear overall with Yasuke, you can see we have 1% health per mastery point spent in Samurai, which is awesome. Tons of adrenaline gain, crit damage. We've got damage reduction, critical damage, vulnerable damage. We got crit hit chance with increased healing on rations. And we don't really use a lot of rations. Now that I think about it, maybe if they have something for crit chance, I might take it. Damage, arrow knocking speed. We're very strong right now on Yasuke. 3,326 health is impressive, no doubt. And our damage is pretty off the charts as well. Let me take a look at ration healing. I have it on there just as a backup option, but I want to just take another look and see if he's got anything for crit hit chance on the helmet. We don't want to upgrade. We want to engrave. Crit hit chance. I'm going to take that instead.
Go safely.
Cool. Very cool. This is interesting. Servant has written to Yasuke appealing to his good nature. What objective is that? People of Umi quests. And then if we go over here, you can see spared on the Shinbaku. Interesting. Okay, so there are multiple options. I think I'm going to leave it there for today's episode, and in the next episode we're going to pursue another target. I think the Ox would be a really cool target to take down, just because of the fact that we do not have one of those heavy hitting hammers like that, and I do want to try it. I think it'd be fun. So that, and then also right here, the Noble. The Noble is 24, so we might actually have to do the Noble before we do the Ox. But stick around, because we will be hitting all of that content in the near future. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all the comments, the love, the views, the support. We'll keep throwing content your way. See you in the next one. Peace.